Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. And I want to talk about a film real quick that I just watched. I saw it last week. It's been out on Apple TV now for a few months. And that is the Tetris movie starring Taron Egerton. Now, I'm going to say this. Did I have high expectations for a film based on the history of Tetris? Now, I know the trailer looked very interesting when I saw the trailer a few months ago. But did I expect to enjoy this film as much as I did? No, absolutely not. This film surprised me big time. I mean, it says right in the trailer, it says, the incredible, unbelievable story of Tetris. How could you make a movie on the history of Tetris, how Tetris was created? I mean, the game for the Game Boy, for the Nintendo, a game that's still being made today, played by millions and millions of people. But let me tell you, they did an incredible job. If half the things are even true, even put that aside, this film was just great all the way around. Whether what was true, what wasn't true, made whatever. And, you kind of think that maybe some of this stuff could actually have happened, take place in the 80s in Russia. Communism just basically getting towards the end. And, this gentleman creates Tetris. But in the Soviet Union back then, things were not going to get out of Russia that easily. So, Tetris does make its way out of the Soviet Union. And they go to, they flash forward a little bit to this gaming expo, this consumer expo back in the 80s. And Egerton's character is there, and he's trying to sell this game that he's created. Well, lo and behold, he comes across Tetris, and this gentleman is selling rights to Tetris. Now, this whole film just goes back and forth. Who has the rights to to Tetris, as an arcade game, to a handheld game? That's really where it comes down to, because this movie focuses on the arcade rights, on the console rights, who has the rights in Japan, and basically Egerton's character having to go to Japan and deal make a deal with Nintendo, the president of Nintendo, trying to get Tetris. But where this film really shines and really comes down to is them fighting over who's going to have the rights to handheld Tetris. Egerton's character, he gets a chance to go to Seattle to see a development team making the very first Game Boy, and them saying no, we're gonna pack it with a Mario game. And he's like, what, it's gonna sell you even more copies, not a Mario game, but Tetris. And he shows them Tetris, and all of a sudden it's just off to the races. Who is going to get the rights? You have the Soviets trying to keep everything right there in Russia. You have distributor in England trying to get the rights to the handheld distribution. Egerton's character trying to get rights to handheld distribution. And it's just an amazing, I'm going to say it's an amazing film. I really enjoyed the ever-living crap out of this film. I really hope this thing gets a physical release. I need to have this, ASAP in my collection. Absolutely adored this film. So charming. Absolutely loved every little bit of this thing. I watched it with my daughter, and we just both enjoyed it. Whether you're my age, my daughter's age, doesn't matter. The age gap does not matter. Everybody, we both enjoyed this film a lot. And I've heard a lot of other people say the same thing. They really did not expect a lot out of this film, but got a whole lot out of this one. Definitely one of my top films. I'm not going to say it's one of my top 10 for 2023. But as far as a streaming film goes, this was a great film. And just the gentleman who created Tetris, the Russian gentleman, him, the friendship, the bond that him and Egerton's character want to make it through this film. And it's a great story. I'm not going to spoil things that happen at the end of the film, but it's just one that if you have Apple TV, it's definitely worth, the $6, to subscribe to Apple for a month. just to watch this one alone is definitely worth checking out. It was exceeding my expectations. I figured, you know what, I probably will enjoy this, but I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I did. I really enjoyed this one. Can't recommend this one enough. Even if you're not somebody who plays video games, just the story alone of what everybody had to go through just to make this happen. Just to get this game, this simple block game, Tetris, out from from the Soviet Union. It's crazy. It's an absolutely, like I said, even if if a majority of it is true, then it's a crazy story. If it's all true, oh my gosh, it blows my mind. Then just everything that everybody went through, just Egerton's character, his family even being like threatened, basically, just stay away, don't be involved with this, let it go and stuff. It's crazy just for this game. It's amazing, an amazing story. So yeah, the Tetris film on Apple TV, definitely go check it out. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Like I said, even if you're not into video games, this one is definitely worth watching. Like, subscribe, and comment to the chance, and I will catch you in another episode. Take care.